Hi everyone, Susan Winter here. Welcome back to my channel, subscribers. If you're new, I hope you like what you see, and if you do, please subscribe. It makes me very happy. I'm continuing my discussions on bad dating behavior, strange dating behavior, all the stuff that you're encountering today that makes you wonder what's going on. I have a new twist today. This one was new for me. I got it from a client this week. It's the player that acts like a partner. Yeah, as if you think you've seen everything. So most of us understand what a player is. And, humans are susceptible to flattery and attention. So we know the omnipresence of the player who's focusing all of their attention on us. And we kind of know that it goes too fast, too soon. And it's a very quick ride with a very hard fall and ending. But what happens when you're dating somebody and there are overnights and you're seeing each other about 4 times a week? There are lots of future plans. You're meeting their friends. Oh, and by the way, this goes on for about 6 months or more. If you're a younger person like my client that I worked with that had this situation, it didn't occur to her to ask what was going on because she assumed by the man's behavior through his actions. She got a very strong sense that he was a good person and that she would be safe with him. And she saw consistent actions that proved that he was invested. Consistent communication, always together, included in everything, the opposite of pocketing. So And a length of time, 6 months or more. So why would she question that? Except they never really had a discussion. Going in, I realize sometimes you start seeing somebody, you're not sure how you feel, they're not sure. Nobody wants to make any statements because you're still feeling each other out and you're trying to think about how you really feel about the situation. So maybe you choose not to speak. Or maybe you're afraid to speak, but things go on and you see behavior that you like, so you make a major assumption. You don't talk about exclusivity, but you're thinking to yourself, well, they don't really have time to see anybody else. I get all the time and attention, right? And I'm out in public with them, so obviously we're a couple. Well, sometimes no. I know you don't want to talk. I know talking takes away, the glow, the mystery, the whatever, but we have to be able to communicate with our partner. If you want a long-standing relationship, you are going to have so many conversations over a decade or two of time with a person, should you choose to be involved that long. You're going to have so many things come up, and if you can't feel comfortable speaking and asking questions or saying what you want and need, or describing that there's a discrepancy. And in this case, the actions are different than the reality. So this gal, one day, sees her partner out on a date with somebody else and takes him aside and has the conversation. And of course, he's like, but we never were exclusive. Oh, this is rich. So I think he ducked under the wire because they never officially had the conversation and just decided to date. I don't know if that was his intention the whole time. I don't know if he was seeing people the whole time. She doesn't know either. But imagine the heartbreak. Because most of us are looking at, okay, words mean nothing, actions mean everything. What about when the actions are everything, but you excluded the words? Upshot of my story today. Do not assume. Don't assume anything. When you're in a relationship, don't even assume that the words you use, that your meaning is the same as your partner's meaning. You may want to discuss what you mean by partnership. You may want to discuss what's your definition of a relationship and what is your partner's definition of a relationship. You may want to discuss what includes exclusivity and what doesn't, and what's okay and what's not okay. Because we're no longer in a time period, quite unfortunately, where we can assume that behavior will look a certain way. When I was growing up, It did. But we kicked those models aside, and hopefully to create a more inclusive and broader structure that suits all different types of personalities and all different types of love models. So as you are entering the dating world, I urge you, everybody wants to know what are the red flags. Like, Susan, give me the red flags. I just want to know how to know that I'll never get hurt. I can't do that for you. Half the time when you see a red flag, you're going to want to not see it. If you like the person and you're living in hope, as we need to even get into a relationship, you're not going to want to notice it. Why ruin the glow? So you're going to proceed, fingers crossed and with hope. And if it all looks good. This is why we need to be resilient, but we also need to communicate. We need to sometimes talk about even what we think is obvious. So sometimes a player can actually look like a partner. It's worth an honest discussion. And guess what? The more honest you can be with your partner, the less reactive, the more they feel comfortable that they can share with you. You may find that there is a hesitation. Perhaps there's a fear on their part of moving forward. But if you make communication a safe event that actually can bring you closer, you will be doing yourself and your partner a great service. If you want to, I'm here to work with you. SusanWinter.net. Go to the consultation page. I urge you to sign up for my newsletter. I don't do anything weird with it. I talk to you. I just have more private communications than I could possibly have in public about events, where I'm going, things that are going on. And I highlight different members of my YouTube family and my tribe of followers, which I really enjoy. If you'd prefer to listen to this, you can do it on Spotify and iHeartRadio. And if you'd like to send me a video request, go to the contact page, and there's a bar that says video request. Please fill it out there, and we'll take a look at it. Thank you all. Take care now.